E.T.
Where are we? You just put.
Probably best around.
He said he knew the emergency.
Yeah, well,
already?
it's pretty easy to find. I'm not sure where we are.
Do you think you've got enough of this yet, Phil?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, really? Okay. Why don't you just have a seat here, make yourself comfortable, and then we'll try to make the arrangements.
I got all the wet clothes. Is there any way I can get them off? Yeah.
These clothes here?
Yeah, well, just...
Oh, yeah, we'll take care of that. Why don't you just make yourself as comfortable as you can for now?
Well,
you got the ice?
yours don't.
Let's send back. You've got clothes.
Yeah.
You've got new clothes.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just go talk to them out here.
Thank you.
Can we phone the hospital?
Yeah.
Phone the hotel, John.
Yes, I
or
will.
what's it?
What's it? So lady's going to do the paperwork.
Okay, I'll do the paperwork.
No, I need to speak to the patient.
Oh, sorry. All right. Go ahead, come in and speak.
I am going to leave you your information to register you.
Sure.
Your last name is?
What's my name? Houston.
I couldn't give you all the details for him.
You good?
I can give you all the details.
Is there the birth certificate number and everything?
Yes,
I
you
can
can.
give you that.
This is his wife.
Oh,
A camera marker. That was B camera marker. A camera marker.
So,
Oh.
yeah. So, when Bono, what was your first reaction when did you know how serious the injury was when
No.
he came off the stage?
No, we got a doctor there, and it was clear he was in considerable pain, but we knew nothing was broken because he could still move his fingers. But then we went to that hospital in D.C.
Right.
and he was treated there. But again, they didn't really know. They X-rayed him. They knew nothing was broken. What they didn't tell us was what we had to wait till we got to Boston to find out. We went to see the sports doctor. And what Bono has is a very common football injury, where a bone here has sprung from its cartilage, and that's the reason there's a bump in the top of his shoulder, and that is causing him very considerable pain. And the two ways of dealing with that are to operate and pin it under the skin, or strap it up and hope that the cartilage will reconnect.
How serious in terms of the tour is the injury? I mean, what do you guys consider? I mean, is it?
Well, it was it was a real crisis. Bono was, in considerable pain and was so miserable that night in Sullivan Stadium that I, for one, anyway, was quite. It was quite clear that one of the things we had to consider was whether to carry on with the tour or not.
So there is or was a chance. There is a chance that you might have canceled the tour.
Yeah, I mean, for him to be, for him to perform literally with one hand tied behind his back makes every show a misery for him. He now has to kind of think himself into a whole new way of performing, and maybe it won't be worth it. You know, I mean, maybe so much will be lost that you know, the question remains open. But I think, in fact, having got through the last couple of days, the tour will continue.
Yeah. Was he really frustrated? I mean, was Bono?
Oh yeah, he was very unhappy. The one clear thing from the doctor's accounts of this is that his condition is not aggravated by performing.
Oh, that's good. At least not physically, but emotionally.
Well, yeah. Emotionally, it you know, to go in front of 70,000 people and not be able to move freely, he can't hold the guitar now. You know, I asked Edge what difference this was going to make, and Edge said, "People get ready." That's all. But his guitar is, you know, holding the guitar is something he wants to do on stage and needs to do. It's a lot of his bits, a lot of the things he is used to doing in the course of a single song, of a particular song, become impossible because he's laid low like that. And he was very, very depressed. The night that happened, or the night that it became clear that the show was going to be so undermined by this, we obviously had a very serious situation to confront, and I was so depressed about it, I'd have gone home the following day anyway. I mean, I'd have gone home.
Right.
So it wasn't the normal thing of the manager saying you have to do the tour and the band saying, how do we get out of it?
Right. How long, the doctor said how long he's going to have his arm in a sling? Do you know how long that will last?
Well, there are conflicting opinions on this. The sports doctor, the Bruins doctor we saw in Boston, he actually said, this is a common football injury. It's the sort of injury that footballers get when they run into other footballers. And he said, he said rather glibly, we thought, if you were on a football team, you'd be back in training in 2 weeks' time, which seemed unbelievable and still seems unbelievable to me. The operation to pin the bone back in can be done at any time. But obviously there's a recuperation period. But it could be done in 6 months' time if the natural healing hasn't taken place. And it'll do no harm to wait that long. So at the moment we really are keeping our fingers crossed that it'll get better. But meanwhile, he's under his shirt, he's got all that strapping that has to be renewed for every show. And he spends most of the day with an ice pack on to reduce the swelling.
Is this the biggest curve you've been thrown during the touring with U2 in terms of this kind of thing, possibly canceling a tour?
Right in the early days when we were trying to get a record deal, we went to London to play a number of showcase gigs which were very important, and the day before we went, Adam had a car crash and Edge was in the front seat and Edge's left hand went through the windscreen. And Edge spent that tour, which was I suppose only 2 weeks, with his hand in an ice bucket. It only came out to play the guitar, and he couldn't play it as well as he wanted to.
I guess you got the record deal, huh?
We didn't. No, we didn't get a record deal. We had to wait. No happy ending to that one.
Well, I hope to this one. Okay, great guys. Perfect.
Okay.
Absolutely perfect. Thank you.
I can start on the same floor.